What do you think about? So there's a lot of like, and I've been the biggest proponent of this of all time, this you versus you mindset.
Okay.
And I actually really, really like it for fitness progress. And the reason I like it for fitness progress is because everyone's genetics are different. Everyone's limb length is different. Everyone's like aesthetics are different. You don't know who's on steroids. You don't know what people are taking. There's SARMs, there's da-da-da, there's da-da-da. So like comparing yourself to other people from a physique perspective or even strength is like, there's too many unknowns. You shouldn't do it. I've applied that logic to other aspects of life, like better to compare yourself against who you were yesterday than who someone else is today, Jordan Peterson, that kind of thinking. When it comes to business growth, have you ever had an enemy, and do you find
you know the answer to this question?
I'm setting you up. And do you find that sort of mindset, that competitive mindset beneficial? And by the way, I'll go full disclosure. The reason I asked this is because I saw someone's content that made me literally want to to go from 0 posts in 4 years or whatever it is to posting like 57 times a day just as like an elbow to the mouth of this human being, because that's how my gut reaction was in reading what I read. And then I was like, oh, I remember Jordan mentioning like, and knowing how competitive he's been with certain people. And I thought I'd throw it out there on the pod.
Dude, that's how I've structured my life, is competing with other people without them knowing about it.
Without them knowing.
That is how I run every aspect of my life. My fitness, my business, my jujitsu, even like being a father. I'm like, I'm going to be a better father than that father. And it's not deliberate. It is like, I don't even know if I would have noticed it if you hadn't pointed that out to me in so many different scenarios. But that's 100% how my brain functions, where it's like I see someone and I'm like, I'm going to do it better than you. And like, but the thing is, it's usually someone who's really good, someone who is already better than me. And so then I like take that as competition, and maybe I won't beat them, but like competing will make me better than I would have been otherwise. Whereas I think if it was just me versus me, I would have been like, whatever, like I'm fine. Or yeah, I'm better today than I was yesterday, but then fall back off track and just go back into old habits. But when I have someone who's actually better than me to look at and be like, oh, fuck you, or like whatever, like I got to do better than you, that forces me to continue to try and be better every day. So yeah, I use that in every aspect of my life.
Do you remember your first enemy?
The first enemy I ever had.
Maybe wrestling?
I know. I almost don't want to say his name in case this gets back to him.
You don't have to. I'm not going for that, but just like the scenario.
I'm going to say his name was Ben W. His name is Ben W. I remember in 3rd grade, I wanted to be like the funniest kid in class. And I'll never forget, Ben W. said like the dumbest joke ever. It was so stupid and everybody laughed. And I remember being like, why are you all laughing? That was such a bad joke, just getting so mad that everyone thought that it was funny. Mm-hmm. And this is 3rd grade. I'm like, what, 7, 8 years old? And I was infuriated. And I was like, told my mom about it and da-da-da-da-da. And my goal was to make sure like to get other people to laugh and like more frequently than Ben W. did. And
good.
So, yeah, I think, and my mom laughs nowadays because anytime his name is mentioned, she can see my demeanor change and I get mad about it. Mm-hmm. Always. I will always get mad about any mention of him. And like, I'm sure he's a wonderful person, but like I think he was my first enemy.